All right, so we are going to go over a training today on how to use Facebook Marketplace to find seller leads. Now, what you do with these seller leads is going to depend on you and what your exit strategy is going to be. So, for some of you, you're looking at this as a real estate agent and you're looking at this as an opportunity to go out and get listings, which is fantastic. You can do that. For some of you, you're looking at this as a real estate and a real estate investor, and you're looking at this as a way to find seller leads so that you can buy properties. Some of you are looking at this as wholesalers, and so you're looking at this as ways to find seller leads so that you can get contracts so that you can then assign and sell those contracts for a profit. Any of these strategies work. I will tell you that there are certain markets that are more saturated with agents and wholesalers than others, having done this now quite a bit. And so what I wanted a systematic approach to this so that I could ultimately delegate this to someone else so that they could do this during the day for me, right? Because at the end of the day, time is our most valuable commodity. Time is our most valuable asset. And so I want to make sure that I'm focused on business development, and so that I have other people assisting me, right, in doing this. So what I'm about to share with you initially is probably going to be something that you are going to have to master on your own first. You're going to have to learn how to do this first, and then you can probably delegate it to somebody else, or if you already have an assistant, if you have a virtual assistant, you can then delegate this to them, okay? And you can have them do this. So I'm going to walk you through how to do this, right? And if you hear me speaking to somebody else on the camera as if I'm speaking to a specific person, it's only because I'm also going to be chopping this video up, and I'm going to be using this as a training tool for my own team when I'm delegating them tasks as well. Okay, so now let's analyze this. The ultimate goal using Facebook marketing and Messenger, reaching out to people, not marketing, Facebook Marketplace, excuse me, is to get a phone number and email. That is the ultimate goal. You want to get a phone and email address. So the conversation flow has to make sense so that they gain enough confidence in you so that they could provide that information to you. All right. So let's walk through what the conversation is going to be like. The first thing that you're going to send is it available? Okay, that's the very first message. Now, fortunately, Facebook makes that pretty simple to do. So for instance, here's one right now. Let's look at this one really quick. We're going to analyze it immediately as it's posted. Facebook puts this message in by default, so you just click send. So that message is automatically sent for you. You don't really have to do anything else. But then the second message that you want to send is, are you an owner? Okay. Now, mind you, this same template, this can also work for text messaging for sale by owners. So everything that I'm sharing with you here is just copy and paste that you can actually do with for sale by owners as well. All right. So is it available? That's important. Second one is, are you the owner? Sorry for asking, lots of interesting characters on the internet. So you're now putting them on notice that, like, look, I recognize that not everybody that is advertising a property is the actual owner. This is important. You will get messages such as, let me show you what these messages look like. All right, so I've archived quite a few messages, but here's a perfect example of one, okay? So, hi, is this still available? Yes, it is. Are you the owner? Sorry for asking, lots of interesting characters on the internet. No, I'm direct to the seller. Now, people will respond honestly, because here's the reality. Eventually, it is going to come out, and if they start to lie to you and tell you that they're not the owner, well, then everything becomes a lie, and it starts to unravel really quick. So the best way to handle this is, are you the owner? And they'll tell you, no, I'm direct to seller. When that happens, okay, if you see language that says I'm direct to seller, that does not mean that they are their real estate agent, okay? In many cases, a real estate agent will identify, in most cases, they will identify themselves as a real estate agent. No, I'm the seller's real estate agent. No, I'm the seller's realtor. No, I'm the seller's broker. I am the real estate agent. I am the listing agent. These are the kind of phrases that you're going to hear people say. When they say I'm direct to seller, or I have a contract with the seller, or this is a wholesale deal, or this is assignable. If they say any of those things, well, what's happened is you now know that they're not the owner, and you're going to go straight down to 7, 8, or 9. So if it's a realtor, you send them this. If it's a wholesaler, you send them this. You just copy and paste this whole message. All right, that's it. Let them answer it. Now, look, I've created space in between this so that you understand that there's more You're going to copy just all this. You're not going to copy the whole thing. You're just going to copy this part, and then this will be the second response after they respond to this. Okay, same thing here. You copy and paste this, and then you send them another message here. Okay, all right. So first message, is it available? Second message, are you the owner? Copy and paste this. Third message, do you have additional interior photos that you can send me? Why is this important? Okay, this is important because many of the listings, okay, the real ones that are with sellers don't have, for whatever reason, they don't have interior photos. So let's look at this one real quick. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this one has interior photos. Okay, great. I sent somebody. All right. So here's one. I'll give you this example. Hi, is this available? Yes. Are you the owner? Now, I noticed that this person didn't respond answering me if they're the owner. They still haven't responded, but I sent them, do you have additional interior photos? And you will be surprised. People will. Now, here's another. People will send you videos, and they will send you. Look at this. They start sending you photos, but they will also start sending stuff that you can take a look at. Anyway, so this person, 5K. So now look, when is the close of escrow? This person's giving you all the details. Okay. All right. But I don't see. I wanted somebody else that sent me a video this morning. Anyway, not a big deal. So ask for interior photos. Now, once they give you the interior photos, then you just go to number 4, any flexibility in price. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep as a flip or going to flip or keep as a rental. How much work, if any, would you estimate it needs? See, these are genuine questions that a legitimate buyer would probably ask. And so what it does is it prompts them and it engages them to have a conversation with you. It's not random questions that people just throw out, or questions that, they sound intelligent. They sound like someone that makes sense. That's the reason they're written up this way. So then after that, if they say, they'll tell you if there's repairs that it needs. For instance, let's see. Oh, here we go. So here's another example. Is this available? Yes, it is. Are you the owners? Sorry, I'm following the exact same format that I'm teaching you here. No problem. Yes, I am. Do you have any interior photos? This person actually sent me a whole video, which is great. Okay. Now look, I'm considering buying it and renting it out. I'm following the exact format. So he sent me the photos. I'm sorry. I messed up. I sent the wrong one. Now I'm also asking, why are you selling? Okay. So let's see what he says here. No age restrictions, no land fee. HOA is $8. I'm selling to fund other real estate ventures. I'm interested in. What is your phone number? We can chat and discuss further details if you're interested. Boom. Now I got a potential seller lead. So what I can do is give this person my telephone number, which I'll do later on, and then I'll start to communicate with him, and then I'll see. The ultimate goal is what? The ultimate goal is to get a phone number and an email. That's really what it is that we need. A phone number and an email address from these people. So we ask flexibility and condition after we have interior photos, okay? After we have interior photos. Then after that, we ask them another question. Why are you selling? Then our anchor ending. I will drive by and preview the outside in the neighborhood. What is the best email to submit an offer on? Can we get in there this week? What is the best number to text you on? So I'm going to send him this message. This is the anchor message. This is what I want us to end it with. Because he asked for my telephone number, I'm also going to provide him with my telephone number. Now, I think this is in Florida. Yeah, it's Florida. So for those of you who don't know, when I'm responding to someone in Florida, I tend to use our Florida telephone number just so that it seems more local. And they feel more comfortable conversing and responding. So let me get that telephone number. All numbers bring to me. They all come to me. Okay. There. Now let's see if we get an email or what we get. All right. So that's the concept. Now, if it's a realtor, you're going to send this. Okay. What will the seller do if they don't sell? Let's see their response. If it's a wholesaler, we're going to see this. I'm really not interested in real estate agents working. I'm really not that interested in the wholesaler, the JV partners, unless my goal is to find partners, and that's fine. If I'll give them my email address. So, for instance, let's go back to this one. Who send me your email address, and I'll send you the pictures. Okay, so I'll give them my email address. Boom, now they have my email address and they can send me that. And now I've developed a JV partner, okay, which is cool. If it's for rent, okay, this is something else that's important. All right, if it is for rent. So sometimes you will see on Facebook Marketplace, let's go back. Let's browse all. Sometimes you will see things like, okay, I have a Zoom training. Zoom training until 10:30. All right, I have a Zoom training until 10. Well, let me see. If it's East Coast, that means it's 1:30. So 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. No, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30 till 1:30. Can we chat? Yeah. All right. Okay. So, we have this one. This one is for rent. Okay, it is. They're asking a rental, and that's okay. I don't mind reaching out to people who are renting. So we can send them a message. Hi, is it available? Send. We're gonna do the same process. Same process is: are you the owner? And if they are the owner, great. Now, since it's for rent, okay, let me add this. Okay, if it is rental, go to 9. Right. So then we'll skip here. There. Okay, if not, go to 7 or 8. If it's a rental, go to 9. And then we're going to copy and paste this. First paragraph, I know I'm looking to buy, and that's about it. Okay, and I'm going to try to see if they're willing to sell it. Now, you'd be surprised. Again, there are some people who have it for rent who will be open. I had one person just recently say to me, well, what price do you think you'd make me an offer on? Okay, now, that's a good question. Okay, let's talk about that. If they ask that question, like what, make me an offer or something like that, make me actually, I prefer to put that one above it, but whatever. Make me an offer. All right. Now, when that happens, Zillow, okay, this one doesn't have an address, so we don't have an address on this one, unfortunately. But if we have the address, okay, what you can do is you can go on there, and what I would suggest that you do is let's go to Zillow, just give them the range of values, okay? Just use a range of values. So 4912 Stratford Road. We're going to come here, and you will notice that Zillow has a Zestimate range. Okay, so what I would do is I would just say I'm gonna do we're gonna put this on a new page. Okay, that way it's more organized and it's easier for everybody to understand what it is that we're doing. Objections or questions if it is not the owner. Okay. Objections or questions, make me an offer. So the response to that is going to be Zillow has a range of, or a Zestimate range of, and then you can put that, you can put the range. Okay, whatever the range is, 900 to 1 million, whatever. If you got an offer within that range, is that something you would consider? Now, why are we doing that and why are we sending that message? Because they're going to go to Zillow anyway. They're going to go take a look at it anyway. And if you're trying to hide it and say, oh, no, it's not going to happen, then you're going to run into problems anyway. And they're going to say, Zillow tells me this. Nip it in the bud right now. Just because Zillow says that's what it's worth doesn't necessarily mean that's what it's worth. And we haven't even completed inspections. We haven't gone to go take a look at the property. We haven't done anything yet. So all we want to know is if you got something in that range, would you even look at it, right? Just to test the waters. That's really all that we're doing. So These are more objections. Are you a realtor? Make me an offer, blah, 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 blah. All right. So this is how we're going to do it right now. Again, ultimate objective, get the phone number and get the email. That's our goal. So now we have a certain structure. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom, conversation. They should be able to give us their phone number and their email. If it's not if it's not a direct to seller and it's a realtor, we go here. If it's a wholesaler, we go here. If it's for rent, we go here. And that's it. And it's that simple. And believe it or not, you will get people who will respond. Once these people respond, okay, now this is for my team. All right, once these people respond, what we need to do then is we need to get the property address. All right, additional tips. Okay. When people respond and we have their phone number, phone, email, and we have the property address, we need to then enter them their contact info. Please enter into HubSpot and tag me ASAP as a hot lead with the Zillow link to their property. Now, within my team, also tag at VA2 call. Okay. In HubSpot. All right. So within our organization, we use HubSpot. They can tag us. So we need to make sure that the minute we do get the lead, we automatically put them into HubSpot so that there is some type of a follow-up system and some type of a follow-up campaign. All right. That's it. So let's make sure that you do this diligently. It works when you do it. Okay. If you don't do this on a daily basis, you're not going to get anything. Now, going back to what I did say earlier, though, this is the last key point. Some markets are much more saturated. So for instance, if I go into Los Angeles, what I have noticed is in LA, the vast majority, now you're going to come down here and you're going to go to home sales. Okay. You don't want to see trucks and all that other stuff, but the vast majority of the people who are using this are in fact agents. Okay. This was just listed. This is a perfect example of one. I believe it's the seller. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Just click send. Okay. So what I don't want you doing is going in here, taking a look at this, clicking on the listing, analyzing the opportunity, clicking on the seller, analyzing the seller. That's not what that's very time consuming. So don't do that. Here's one that's for rent. All right. Same deal. Is it available? Okay. Let's move on. 185 Lakewood. I don't know what that is, but I'm not sure. Here's another one. This is townhouse, but I'm almost certain it's a mobile home. All right. I don't know if you saw that picture that just passed, but this looks like it's on Redfin. So this is already listed. If I get a hint that it's already listed right away, I'm probably not going to do anything. Okay. So here's the question. Properties like this, what value can I add to this property? I'm not really sure. Don't prejudge. Just click send. The key here is just send. Send as many messages as you can. Okay, that's really what you want to do. Be careful, because if you do this if you go through like 100 of these messages that you send out all at once, what does tend to happen is Facebook will start to block you. So you can't just randomly send out 100 messages. You sporadically do it throughout the day, but when they see that you're actually communicating with people, that does make a difference. Okay. All right. Good luck. Make sure you do this. It works.